This is without a doubt the most ridiculous way to train agility in old school RuneScape. In my 19 years of playing, I have never seen anything like this, but it might be just smart enough that it actually works for someone like me who absolutely despises training agility. If you have a single monitor, if you hate focusing on two things at once, like watching a movie while training, or if you just don't like agility as a skill, this is the method you want to use. Let me show you how to do it. This is what's called the green box clicking simulator. And your first thought might be, well, this is far from being RuneScape. And you're kinda correct. Essentially, all you're really doing here is clicking green boxes one after another. And all of this is happening while you're enjoying your personal favorite entertainment. Essentially, the entire concept of this training method boils down to turning down your opacity in your RuneLite client. But there are a few more steps you need to take in order to make this work. Now, the first argument you could make against this is, well, are you even having fun anymore while training agility this way? And the best way to answer that is, are you even having fun training agility at all? Besides Hallowed Sepulchre, the reality is that let's say you want to get 92 agility, which is halfway point to 99. You would have to complete almost 10,000 laps of different courses. 10,000 times just going around and around and around in circles. And unfortunately, that's the best way to train agility right now. Jagex is planning to make changes to agility in 2024, so if you're watching this video in the future, things might have changed by that point, but for now, this method actually kinda works. So there are multiple ways to go about this. You could dwindle around with your own settings to get the best possible outcome, but you could also just download the paste bin I'm gonna leave in the description. Then you're gonna copy all the settings over and you have a working agility clicking simulator set up yourself. Like I said, the first thing you need is to turn down your opacity in your RuneLite client. The second thing you need to do is make the entire environment around you completely black, except the click boxes. And the final thing you need to do is make sure the next click box you need to click turns green, so you can see where you need to go and you don't get stuck. Let me show you how to set this up manually, and then I'll show you how to just copy paste my settings if you don't want to do that. Before we start though, please keep in mind that you should do this only in resizable client mode. I found that the fixed mode has a massive HUD that can't be hidden, so just keep that in mind. Number 1, the opacity setting in under RuneLite tab in your plugins. It says window opacity and it goes from 100 to 0. I like to use it between about 15 to 20%. It's enough for me to still see the green boxes, but also the rest of the HUD doesn't get in the way, and I can still enjoy my YouTube videos comfortably. Number 2, how to make the environment around you completely black. First things first, make sure you have the 117 HD plugin downloaded and activated. Then in the general settings, you want all the things that make your screen go black be way up and all the brightness settings way down. So things like 0% saturation, 500% contrast, brightness set to 1. You want all your lighting settings turned off. Also turn off your environment settings and shadows. Make sure your draw distance is as far as possible so you can see the entire rooftop course. Also make sure the sky setting is set to RuneLite Skybox. The end goal here is to dwindle with the settings until your screen is pitch black. And finally, to hide your own character, just type into chat ::render self, and that hides your character as well. Congratulations, you have a black box old school RuneScape now. Also, there is a RuneLite plugin called Minimap and it hides the map for you, which is just another HUD option you can remove. Minimize your chats, minimize your inventory tab, and remove as much clutter as possible. We just want a black box so we can turn down the opacity of that black box. And number 3, make sure you have the rooftop agility improved plugin activated. This allows you to see the green boxes and only the green boxes, so you know which ones to click next. Also, turn off the normal agility plugin because they do interfere with each other. If this plugin doesn't work you immediately, just log out and log back in and it should start working after that. This plugin also showcases marks of grace on the ground as green boxes, so you don't have to miss out on those as well. Once you have all 3 steps taken care and your camera is at a right angle, showcasing all the boxes, go back to your RuneLite plugin and set the opacity to whatever fits you the best. Like I said, I like to do it around 20% opacity. It depends if there is a daytime or nighttime, if there are reflections, etc, etc. But around 15 to 20% is enough, where I can still watch a movie or a YouTube video or read a book and train agility at the same time. Now the question is it against old school RuneScape terms of service? And the answer is no, it's not. It with just few approved RuneLite plugins that are customized for the best outcome. You're still clicking the boxes yourself on 1-to-1 ratio, and you're also playing the game yourself, so there is nothing to worry about here. All the add-ons I showcased have been approved for years, and this isn't introducing anything game-breaking. I know a lot of players have mixed feelings about RuneLite plugins and how they're essentially making a brand new old school RuneScape, because let's be honest, the game isn't meant to be played this way. Now all it comes down to is just few click boxes, and the atmosphere and the world around it disappears. And to that I said, to be honest, that's what always RuneScape has been. Click boxes and moving the tiles. This is just an extreme version of that. You're just clicking some green rectangles on your monitor, that's it. Now, if you're lazy and just want to set this up more easily, instead of doing your own profile, feel free to download the paste pin in the description down below. And here's how you can copy paste my settings. First, after downloading the file, you can go into your RuneLite folder. Usually that folder is under users in your default disk. After you find the RuneLite folder, go into profiles 2 folder and drag the file you just downloaded into that folder. Then open up your RuneLite, find your profile tab which is next to your plugins, click on the import profile and search for the same file you just downloaded, which if you followed the previous step correctly should be in your profiles 2 folder. Double click it and you should have the imported file in your RuneLite ready to go. And now you can just swap between the 2 profiles. Everyone has their normal settings by default, and you can just swap back to normal after you're done with utility. By the way, I bet you never used the profile tab in your life. It's actually pretty useful to set up different game modes for yourself. Now, why is this useful for you? Well, like I mentioned at the start, firstly, it's very easy way to drain agility if you hate the skill. You're just clicking boxes while you watch a movie or a YouTube video or Reddit or whatever. It's no different than your normal training, but you save a lot more energy. Secondly, it's a great way to drain agility in public, whether you're in school, working, or whatever else doing. It's very unlikely anyone is gonna notice what you're doing. And finally, this actually can be used to train other skills as well, not just agility. And it's a pretty similar setup for skills like pickpocketing. You can set up summer garden with a little bit of tweaking. You can do mining with this, fishing, wood cutting, hunter. I heard some players have even tried it out at sand crabs. Instead of highlighting the green boxes for agility, you just highlight the sand crabs and it works the same way. The idea is the same. If you don't want to put as much effort into skills you don't enjoy doing, this is definitely a method that can help you out. With this, you don't have to keep your eyes off what's going on a separate monitor or a split screen. And the best part is, it works on every rooftop course. Honestly, if you go for 99, I would highly recommend switching to Sepulchre after you get 92 agility, because that part of agility genuinely is fun. And you can also make tons of money, which is nice. But until then, have at it. Now, do I approve this? I think yes. But like I said before, Jagex is planning to change agility as a skill in 2024, meaning this method might not even be useful in a year or so. They have stated that they want to rework Brimhaven agility course and make it more competitive, which is also gonna give much faster experience. So we have that to look forward to. But until then, go crazy and enjoy your semi-AFK agility training methods. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all tomorrow with another video. I love you all very much. Bye.